Amazing. I already had a crash. Maybe I'm not in the right level for this area. I'm probably not gonna get any invasions. I'm pretty sure the connection will fail. Yeah. People say that Stray Demon is super easy because it's literally just the Asylum Demon. But guys, I don't remember the Asylum Demon having delayed attacks in Dark Souls 1. Or a tail attack like that. Yeah. I really don't remember the Asylum Demon having attacks so delayed like this. Do you remember the Asylum Demon being like this? Because I definitely don't. Yeah. Not only that, but the camera is a bit closer to you in Dark Souls 1, so you're not seeing a lot of things still. Just that huge ass in your face. I'm not supposed to be in front of this guy for too long. Because, you know, grab attack. And you know how much this game likes to spam grabs. I'm not dealing a lot of damage with my weapon arts. Which is quite annoying considering that I'm hitting both the sword and the projectile at the same time. Well, there's not a lot of grabs. It's mostly that when a boss or an enemy has a grab, they usually try to spam that a lot. Remember yesterday? Soul of Cinder spamming the grab 7 times in a row. I don't know if the way I fight bosses kinda puts them into an AI loop that forces them to just use that attack over and over again. Maybe that's what's happening. Because I can't be that unlucky. It's not possible for someone to have a terrible luck like that. But yeah, Soul of Cinder using the grab attack 7 times in a row is ridiculous. Hilarious in a way. Yeah. In a very stupid way. I know I'm not gonna be using any of those, but they sell for 300 souls. And it costs nothing to get one, so why not? Why not? It's like free money. I want to slide. Yeah, I was starting to feel happy. Alright, now how do I slide? Okay. Funny. What's the earliest Twinkling Titanite weapon that I can find in this game? Does it has any in Lothar Castle? No. Does it have any Twinkling Titanite weapon in the Undead Settlements? No. There's not. I guess the earliest one would be to either kill Crystal Sage and go to the Cathedral of the Deep. No, that's not a Twinkling Titanite weapon. Yeah, but the talisman that you, the chime that you find there is. And also, if you go to the Faron Woods and you join the Covenant and you get like 10 swordgrass, you can get the Old Wolf Curved Sword, which is a Twinkling Titanite weapon. So you kinda get them pretty late in the game already. Like, not actually late in the game, but you know. You have to kill a few bosses before you can get your first Twinkling Titanite weapon. Alright game, can I wear this without fat rolling? Yes, I can. Pretty good. So, you know, I really don't need the Heavy Ring then. I can get rid of these. Ooh, I'm reaching 200 damage now. Impressive. Oh, and now that I'm pretty heavy, this ring is not doing anything. Yeah, it's giving me only 1 point of damage. this is a Titanite scale weapon. I thought it would. It was twinkling Titanites. That's a Titanite scale weapon.
Be careful.
Dude, this is not a boss weapon. Why the fuck is this a Titanite scale? Dude, this is so stupid. Holy shit, dude. This is a Titanite scale weapon.
That is like pretty like that.
Well, I guess I should keep going through the Faron Woods because it's the fastest way I can get more Titanite scales. So I can get my weapon to +2. So, let's go. So, are you having fun with this run? Is this still enjoyable to watch? Why are you running in circles? Okay, final hit. Let's make this guy jump in the fire again. Yeah! Keep going. Why he got covered in blood?
And he prays.
You know how I like to use bits of music to as redeems here because they are funny in some way, like this one.
You try to take us far.
Since I am doing a lot of making people jump in the fire, maybe I could use that beat. Yeah, I'm not gonna play the whole song here. I just need to find the place where they jump in the fire. Yeah. Well, it's Metallica. Obviously, it is. But yeah, I could try to use that. It's fine if it's just a bit for the redeem. Probably gonna be the most used redeem on my Dark Souls 3 runs. Because unfortunately in Elden Ring, campfires don't deal damage. You can just walk on top of them and they don't hurt you. Well, something that a lot of people complain about Elden Ring is that the game has a lot of hand-holding. Well, yeah, fire on maps like this deal damage ever since Demon Souls. Like, literally since ever. Why even change that? Those guys are so annoying. Do I want to fight the invader? Yeah, I do. Or maybe we are resistant against campfire flames. So, something very specific, because other sources of fire still deals damage to you. Do I have damage fall off? Because that's... No, I don't. This time it was 90 damage. Oh my god, I'm still dealing double digits of damage. This is so sad. Oh, 90 damage if I hit both the weapon and the projectile at the same time. Yeah, parrying is probably my best tool, since I'm not dealing a lot of damage against this guy. Please attack me with your weapon, not like this. Partial parry is still a parry, so I don't care. Yeah, you lost to a bad weapon. Also, the thing about maybe fire is cold. Yeah, we can say that about Ghost Flame. You know, that magical fire that causes frostbite. Basilisks are so scary, dude. They're not even that dangerous, but the psychological horror of having an enemy that can just kill you no matter what, it's pretty strong. Hello, series.
Bless you.
What?
Alright, still can't do much.
Welcome. Bear that egg. Farewell, Ashen Maid.
Yeah, I need to kill the Crystal Sage to have my big hats. Yeah, alright. Let's save my souls then. Also, now I have this. Pretty cool. Oh yeah, I forgot. Maybe I should do the quest line of this guy up here so I can clap. It's my favorite emote.
Use whatever. Well, if you and his, I can.
I'm starting to get really hungry right now. I still didn't had any breakfast today. Maybe I should go make something. Yeah, but I don't like doing that. Every time that I take a break, I start to get more viewers. But since I'm not here doing anything, they just disappear. I know I'm losing a lot of potential because of that. I shouldn't take breaks. I failed my parry. Dude, why the fuck are you so slow? I'm expecting faster attacks, but this guy is slow as a fucking slug. Yeah, this guy didn't had a chance. Also, maybe I should keep this, like this one here, closer to my fingers. Well, they are still kind of scary to me, even today. The Dark Souls 3 version is so much more tanky, quicker, and deals more damage than the Dark Souls 1 version. So I'm still afraid of fighting them. It's just that that guy... Fighting that guy back there, I had a pretty good RNG. He wasn't spamming the grab attack very often. Yeah, Clover, but that's the exception to the rule. That rarely happens. But I'm glad you're back. No, I can clap. Thank you. Literally the best emotes ever. Imagine you just died to this thing, and the last thing you say, the last thing you see is this. As your life fades away from your eyes. Yeah, I really like this one. Wait, fighting the big crystal lizard at the start of the game was super slow because they are resistant to slash and magic damage. Both types of damage, that's ideal. So this one that has higher scaling is probably gonna be even worse. A lot of things in this game are resistant to slash damage for some reason. I found out about that when I had to do a scythe only run, and right after that they made me do a katana only run. So I was only dealing slash damage, and holy shit, so many enemies. Praise the sun. It's so good seeing people still playing this game and engaging in jolly cooperation. That really makes me happy. Where is my shield penetration game? You told me that the upside of a shottel is that it deals damage through shields. But like dealing 30 damage through a shield is not exactly shield penetration. Especially considering that the shield doesn't have 100% of blocking. Okay, let's see how shitty this is gonna be. Double digits. Am I dealing 30 damage per hit? I think I'm dealing 30 damage per hit. My only option to actually deal damage are poise breaks, critical, because in critical hits, you go through defenses. Critical attacks ignore absorption, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, it wasn't so bad. It wasn't so bad. Also, Clover, try to guess how much damage I'm gonna be dealing at the end of the game with 40 dexterity and 40 intelligence and this weapon at max level. Try to take a guess. Terrible pairing. Okay, it's not that bad. I got turned into pancake. So, I'm gonna have like 400 damage. A bit like 400 damage, but it's split damage between magic and physical. And by the end of the game, this is not good. How am I gonna kill Gale with this? And keep in mind, Gale is another of the bosses on the list of resistance to slash damage for no reason. And he also has pretty good resistances against elemental damage. And he has a shit ton of HP. And he has 3 phases. So, yeah, this is not gonna be great. I think I can get to another level. definitely not gonna leave me short on runes. I mean souls.
Farewell, Ashen One. May the
That is what.
Okay, I got another level. Let's see how much damage. 242. Amazing. Amazingly bad, I would say. I'm gonna need a lot of stamina here.
Ashen
Yeah, let's go kill the Crystal Sage. Well, again, at least it looks good. Like, it doesn't matter how bad you are, how useless you are, how incapable of doing things you are. If you look good, at least you're useful for something. Like, yeah, it doesn't matter how bad you are, as long as you look good. As long as you're pretty and cute. Also, I'm gonna rescue this guy because why not? I mean, it's not actually rescuing because he doesn't need my help.
Well, what does it give you? How?
He's not stuck here.
What clip so that well, that your eye on.
Alright, who can I kill here? Partial parry again. Okay, I stepped on the trigger. Should I just run? Yeah, running it's fine. Come on, attack me. With your sword. Use more! Finally. This is not good damage. Remember that critical hits go through absorptions. So I'm basically ignoring that he has really high resistances against magic. Also, apparently critical hits don't count as hit because I'm not making him teleport. I don't think I can parry the ones that glow blue. Yeah, just the regular hits. Are you going to teleport? Yeah. Okay, I guess at half HP he just teleports anyways. I know that the real one is there, but I want a solo fight. Why are you both together? Give me something that I can parry, please. I can't parry that. Thank you. Are you going to disappear? Oh no! Okay, so if I don't hit you outside of critical hits, you don't teleport. That's great to know. That's very useful. That's very useful. So I can basically avoid making him teleport if I just parry him. The only required teleport is at half HP to transition to the second phase. This isn't very useful on this build because it's not that bad, but if I'm ever fighting him in a situation where I'm dealing like 10 damage per hit, I might use that strategy to be able to make the fights a little easier. Because if the conditions are right, that fight can turn into a brick wall, basically.
Ashen.
Alright, cutie. I hope it's not something that bad. Be safe, alright? Now I have a big hat. Amazing. What else can I wear on my chest that doesn't look bad? Yeah, there's the poopy armor. The Cell Sword armor is heavier than like Knight's armor. That's so weird. Okay, I'm gonna go with this one. It's the best I can look for now. As far as I know, the next boss shouldn't be resistant to slash damage. So it's probably gonna be another easy fight. Only in super rare situations that the Deacons of the Deep is hard in any way. They are usually a very easy boss, no matter what. And one of the few bosses you can summon 3 NPCs to fight. Hey, we are using the same armor. That's kinda embarrassing. $70 damage per R1. And there goes my whole stamina bar. You know what? I'm just gonna spam Edge of War. Just like a good Elden Ring player. But I definitely want to parry this guy here. I'm just gonna start with blasting his face. If I miss my parry, I just lose all of my stamina. Yeah, like that. Axes deal a lot of stamina damage to shields. It's so funny how you can just parry that. The power move barbarians can do, you can just nope. Okay, you are actually following. Holy shit! What happened to my HP? This is so stupid. Those guys only have like small daggers. Sometimes it feels like those tiny hollows with daggers and like butter knives, they deal more damage than actual bosses. This is so stupid. I have tanked with my face a hit from like huge swords from main bosses, and it wasn't dealing that much damage. Alright, they are blocking my path. And once again, I'm running through the Cathedral of the Deep without a torch, so if I get hit by the maggots, I'm gonna have to deal with the bleed. Unfortunately. But if everything goes right, I'm not gonna have to worry about that, because I can just avoid everything. It's easy. I just need to not make any mistakes. As soon as I said that... Yeah, that's why I always strafe to the right and not to the left. At least the shortcut is already here, so it's fine. Not a huge mistake. Just a pretty annoying mistake. Wait, if I have that thing, I think it's called skill. I might be able to dodge the bleed damage. Yeah, I couldn't. I'm too stupid for this. Yes, you can, even in Elden Ring. When you're rolling, you have iframes. If you time it correctly, those iframes will make you not take damage, as iframes usually do. So you can roll bleed, you can roll frost. Wait, you didn't know knew about that? Like, isn't that something that people always do in Elden Ring PvP to at least mitigate a bit the effects of bleed and the frost? Like, in the case of frost, you will still get frost bites, so you still get the debuff to your defenses and stamina, but at least you're not gonna take damage from the actual frost bites. And look, it's not even that hard to learn the timing, to at least dodge bleeding. A lot of people in Dark Souls 3 and Dark Souls 1 does that. So bleed builds are kinda useless against a good player, because they can just dodge your bleed proc. I kinda want to test my damage here, so let's invade. Maybe it's not going to connect. Yeah. I shouldn't even try, but I kind of want to. Okay, finally. Let's see how this weapon does in PvP at +2. The whole name of this guy is censored. What the fuck is that name? And I'm honestly very afraid to ask. You know what? I really don't want to know. So, he's probably back at the bonfire, since everyone is still alive here. Yeah, just waiting there. Let's be nice. He is AFK. Oh, not really. But definitely a noob. That's a pretty obvious noob. Katana, Fallen Knight sets, grass crest shield on your back. If it wasn't for the 300... Oh, you have that sword! That's so cool, dude! So cool! So cool. I need to be careful because this guy has more Estus than I do. And I almost did a... Okay, good idea, cutie. Dude, I'm loving this. I'm really loving this. It feels like I'm playing Dark Souls 3 for the first time. Okay, you have some good stamina. Okay, that wasn't a very good idea. Here's the thing, this guy has way more range than I do. It's still risky to do this, but... how the fuck did you got hit first? Yeah. Yeah, I'm out of fastest now. Yeah, you're probably gonna win. I'm gonna need the extra stamina. Ah. Alright, buddy. Dude, this weapon sucks so much. Like, I was dealing double digits of damage. Why is this so bad? But holy shit, what a noob.
Works better than
At least he won against someone with a huge disadvantage.
I shouldn't have made it.
But you know what? A win is a win. Good for him.
What?
We all been there. Talk for yourself, cutie. I was never a noob.
Pretty like that.
I did a lot of research on this game before I started to play it.
Oh, I get that.
That didn't actually help me to be a good player on my first try, but at least I tried. Come again. I certainly will. Alright, let's go finish the Cathedral of the Deep. Shut up, Gale! You're not even here! Dumbass. Yeah, this guy noticed me. Just don't hit me, please. Don't want to deal with maggots. Yes, it does. It's a bit hard to mix pieces in Elden Ring because everything is so unique that if you're mixing different sets, it's pretty obvious that they don't fit together. But in this game, not so much, especially since everything in this game looks gray. So it's pretty easy to match gray with gray. Let's see my capabilities of shield penetration. Dealing 60 damage through a shield that is crappy like that. Yeah. obviously this sword is not gonna be useful. What a weird death. Also, I always go back to kill this guy. You should have gone down, you stupid. Yeah, now he did. I always go back because he can position himself into another spots where he can shoot back at me when I'm there on the other side. And there's already other enemies shooting at me when I'm there. So always come back for that guy. Oh, that's a one shot? Wait, where's the body? He got stuck. I'm glad that it didn't drop an item, because then I would get really mad. At least the beam attack is starting to look like something that I can use against someone who's weak to magic. Really? You really did that? You stupid. That guy just jumped out of the ledge here. I mean, it's not so much damage. It's 180. 180 damage is not a lot. I'm at level 37 now. And I'm using a weapon nards. And this is still the best I can do. Not even 200 damage. You know what? You can die too. Where's... Why are you standing there? Where do you get the crystal gem again? This one I got from the crystal lizard just before the crystal sage. Yeah, I know, it's a lot of crystal. Oh, what a nice parry. Holy shit, dude. Good timing. Well, a bit. I never saw a Shotel having a cross guard, because they kinda don't need a cross guard. Looks like this was a straight sword and they just swapped the blade for a Shotel blade. I can't parry that. I can't really parry moves that she uses both swords. Where's the other one? Oh, hello! Oh, that's another variation of that Edge of War. Oh, hello, Infinite Hyper Armor. Nice to meet you. You have more HP, or you're more resistant to magic? Why Why did I one-shot one but not the other one? Aren't you guys supposed to be the same enemy? Yeah, pretty weird. Also, Cutie, how are you doing? I got a little worried when you said that you had an emergency. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they get more resistance when they are running on fire. Just to make them a little more scarier. What happened? If you don't mind talking about that. Alright, Cutie. Hopefully you're gonna get better soon. You definitely don't deserve to feel terrible. I'm gonna let... Oh, I don't have the... Yeah, I don't have it. Okay. I wanted to leave my summon sign here to maybe help someone, but yeah, I don't have the soapstone, so fuck them. I'm not gonna help anyone ever again. Oh, fuck you, dude. Thanks for killing the other guy for me, I guess. So, I could use the sword ring to increase my damage to almost 300 damage. That's pretty cool, to be honest. Not that bad. Hello, Cathedral Knights. And I already lost my bonus damage. Well, I guess you just got your answer. Instant stagger. Holy shit. Okay, this kinda makes this build look good. But I mean, it's not hard to stagger that guy anyways. So, who cares? Also give me more FP. Yeah. Okay, this guy can still shred me. Dude, how was that not a parry? Charge heavy. Okay, how the fuck am I missing those? Now he's spamming dodge. Well, knowing a lot about how the game works definitely helps. Because I know the head on those guys is a pretty big weak spot, and if you just hit like 2 times in a row, you'll stagger them. So I tried to position me in a place where I was going to be close enough to hit both the projectile and the blade at the same time, and hope that I would get an instant stagger like that. And then the weapon doesn't deal good damage because of resistances, mostly, but also because the damage does, but also because the weapon doesn't have a lot of damage. But during critical attacks, you go through resistances, so yeah, that kinda looks good. Well, there's nothing I can backstab now, so I don't care about this ring anymore. So let's get more survivable. Need to remember to go back to the Faron Wood so I can get the Crown of Dusk. I'm gonna unload my whole FP bar on this guy. Still got hits, really. Oh, magic damage is good. At least on this guy. One more, probably? Yeah. Pretty good. You know what? The Ash of War is already pretty cheap. If I use the Faron Ring, which decreases how much FP you use on weapon skills, then it would get even more cheaper and I could spam even more. So maybe I should rush to kill the Abyss Watchers. I forgot to get this item. It's a whole dress that sells for a very good value. Each piece is 500 souls. So you shouldn't ignore that. It's like just 2000 souls sitting there. Which item is this? I tried to get this item so many times when I was doing my first playthroughs because I really wanted to use that sword and it never dropped for me. Now that I can't use it, I have it. I wonder how good that weapon would be on a hollow build with a bunch of luck and Carter's Grudge on top of that. How much bleed I could get with that sword. And I could even trade because it's a great sword. Would be so much easier to proc bleed with that. Okay, this is gonna be a little bit of a hell situation. I hate those guys. What a combo. Fucking hell, dude. Let me heal. Alright, finally. Now, let me deal with those guys. They are resistant to everything except fire. Not even magic deals good damage against them. Oh, I'm completely out of choice now. How unfortunate. There's a sound that the hollows here can make when they are idling, which I'm pretty sure it's the same sound that the Mad Pumpkin heads use in Elden Ring. They just have some heavy modulation on top of that. Like, it's basically the same audio, but the Mad Pumpkin heads, they probably have like flanger or chorus on top of that. Hello. Yeah, you're gonna help, right? Gonna help me get killed.
Shame on you, you greedy guts.
Greedy gets.
Where's the old giant? What? Where's the bloody giant? How dare you? Have you no shame? Damn, and damn.
Best line ever. No other From Software game ever had a line that it's better than that. Well, except for maybe Elden Ring when Patches dies and he says like, what a shit show. That was also amazing.
Well, better than take. Farewell, Ashen One.
Just in case anyone need help.
Ashen.
Well, very then taken.
Dude, I'm getting only 1 point of damage per level of dexterity.
Farewell, Ashen.
This is so bad.
Magic, what? Like that.
Backless. Come again.
I definitely will. Don't worry.
Ashen.
Well, I guess I'm ready to go kill the deacons.
Merciful goddess, mother of
Oh, I'm being invaded.
no place to call.
I think someone is invading me. I actually don't know. Let me check. Invaded by dark spirits. At least the ping is not that bad. Their weapon level is +3. Technically mine is +4. Level 37, I'm at level 41. They kinda have the disadvantage here when it comes to levels. But let's see. Let's see how this is gonna play out. Yeah, he has frost. I kinda already revealed my secrets, my secret ability here. You can't parry that, cutie. Good try. Uh-huh. You're actually healing a lot, dude. Ooh! Good job! Good job, cutie! That one is a very known tactic where after a parry like that, you can do the Edge of War on your straight sword, and that usually is a roll catch. But if I had rolled towards him, he would have probably missed that. You know what? What about me invading this guy? Can I maybe... No, this is someone else. Would have been cool if I could invade this guy. Well, it's not really revenge, you know. Okay, there's stuff dead here, but I don't know if the guy is on the... Who the fuck ignores this? They're probably a noob, but they probably came here and ignored that and went straight through this area. That's kinda stupid in my opinion. Like, why the fuck would you ignore that area? It's right in front of you, inviting you. And like, at this point you should know that you can open doors, right? You already had to open a few doors before coming to this place. Really? Dude, what a fucking noob. And you don't have the bonfire, you stupid. It's gonna go back to the other bonfire before of this area. Shut up, Gale. I still want to fight. There's a lot of activity at this level on this area. That's probably because people come here with an Ember active, because they just killed the Crystal Sage. Pyro build. Something tells me that this guy has fire damage. But he's not here. Oh, I think I just heard that giant shooting arrows. This might not work because I could just get stuck here, but if the guy yeah, he just kicked the ladder. No, they didn't. If they do, I could go up here, but a lot of people... Oh, where you are? Up there. Yeah, he ignored the ladder shortcuts. I wonder how many people just ignore this whole area with the crystal lizard and the other titanite items that you can grab here. Because the average player, they ignore most optional areas. They just try to run straight to the boss. They don't even look to their sides. That's why the most common comments you see in videos explaining like cool things about games is people saying that it's, oh, I played this game until I beat this game and I never knew about that. Yeah, you ignore most of the game. Obviously you're not gonna know about those things. Like, yeah, he's just going straight to the big castle instead of, you know, checking what the fuck is that little area there, which has a cool shield and a shortcut in case you die. But no, let's... Oh, he's running! Like, he's ignoring enemies. This is even extra bad when you are ignoring shortcuts too. Oh, hello, cutie. Welcome back. I am pursuing a noob. This guy is just running and ignoring all enemies in this map. Oh, don't tell me that I'm stuck here. Alright. Dude, he's just running and ignoring everyone. I'm probably getting close. Dude, he's really not fighting anyone. Okay, the giant is not active, so he's probably back at the bonfire. Just to make his life a little harder. And he... he probably just opened this door and closed the game. Okay, he was probably very afraid of me. Just think about that. How scared that guy was. I'm gonna keep trying until I can fight someone. But maybe there's not any more hosts available to invade. Okay. There is one still. Tweaker Bear. What a name. At least it's not a twerker bear. Feast of God. Holy shit. What a cringe name. Maybe I shouldn't have jumped down. Feast of God, but you're not using feast weapons. What a disappointment. Oh, he's using the Dark Souls 2 weapon. And he's lagging a lot. Holy shit. He even has a blue. Alright, good try, cutie. I'm trying. Also, which sword is this? This is the Hollow Slayer. I think this is the Hollow Slayer. Look, it's 3v1 now. I'm dead. Where's the other blue? Where even is the other blue? But again, I'm dealing double digits of damage, dude. Imagine if I had a decent weapon. Just imagine if I had something that I could use to, you know, deal damage. Okay, let's stop being evil and let's help people in case they need me. Like, each attack of that guy was taking away a good chunk of my HP. Each attack of my weapon was taking away so little HP that you barely can see yellow on his HP bar. This is not a good weapon. Also, there's a lot of lag. A lot of lag. Because, you know, apparently I'm the only Brazilian playing Dark Souls 3. Everyone that I can match with is always across the planet. Like in the other side of the globe. Well, you can take a guess from how much delay they have. On the second phase, you kind of have a timer to kill every to kill the deacon as fast as you can. But in the first phase, you can take as long as you want. So I prefer to use the first phase to get rid of most deacons. So, you know, I can... Oh, fuck. I can have less enemies on second phase to deal with. Especially killing the big ones, that can be a huge problem.
Is everybody in the room? Stick around. Just warming up.
Yeah, the place is getting clean. That's good. And second phase now. Alright, I need to kill the fat guys. Because look at how much of a problem they can be. I didn't want it, these. It's not always that I want to penetrate your back. Are you dead? Okay. How many fat guys there's here? Okay, I think I can already go kill the boss. I'm probably running out of time. Dude, look at the damage I'm dealing. Look at the damage. Why is my Ash of War not dealing good damage anymore? Holy shit. Also, I spent half the durability of my weapon on those guys. Look at the little health bar beneath my weapon. Okay, so they have minus 23% resistance to slash, but magic is 46. It's the highest defense they have. It's against magic. That's why my Ash of War wasn't dealing a lot of damage. Because it, you know, it's pure magic. It's already not a lot of damage. And they resist 46%, almost half of the damage. That's ideal.
Very that hate.
1 point of damage per level. This is so bad. Terrible scaling. Let's go kill the Abyss Watchers now. Okay, how's the resistance on the Abyss Watchers? Let's see. 18% slash, 10% magic. It's not that bad. I can use more of my Ash of War then. Dude, I have 33 dexterity. I'm almost reaching the soft cap on dexterity. And from scaling, I'm only getting 41 extra damage. I also, well, I don't have a lot of intelligence, so it's fine having only 4 damage from intelligence. But just think about that. I have almost the soft cap in dexterity, and it's giving me only 40 extra points of damage. The fucking fling ring gives me more extra damage than that. I think the thing that hurts this weapon the most is the scaling being so bad. There's not a lot of difference between this weapon at max level and the soft cap on both stats, and the same weapon at max level and just the bare minimum to use the weapon. Oh! Where's the other Dark Wraith? Well, I have no idea. And I don't want to know. Let's get the extra stamina. And first, let's try to get the backstab. If it's even possible. 275. Okay, what about... Oh, the Ash of War is so much better. No backstab for me, apparently. Oh, fucking hell, dude. Could barely see anything because of the fucking dust. This is so chaotic. Alright, how's it going? Can I get another backstab to regen my FP? Oh, I can't. No, I can't. Fuck me then. I missed the projectile! The guy was in my face. How did I miss that? Yeah, this looks better. Yeah, this could have been better, but it was a little bit of fun. Let's quickly do the catacombs. At least against the Abyss Watchers the damage wasn't so bad. I was actually seeing yellow on their health bars. Let's see if I can break this guy. Alright. That was pretty efficient. Ah, they still hit me. I wish the spell version had good tracking like that. They used to be so much better in Dark Souls 1. Please don't die. At least not now. I don't remember the time, but I can do this play so much faster when I have a hammer or something with strike damage, because then dealing with the skeletons is so much easier. And obviously, if I ignore items like this, it makes the time a little faster. He didn't notice the ball. What is unlock? Holy shit. Yeah, I thought I had enough time. Okay, let's keep going. I did my strategy wrong. I need to step on the ladder right after the ball goes, then come back, watch the rat dies, and now I can go down. Hopefully I can stun lock this guy. He just tanked through my Edge of War like it was nothing. Alright then. Still got the item. Wait, they have the Cartus Roach active on their sword. That's why they deal so much blade damage. That's such a cool detail. Yeah, me too. But we are still before the mid part of the game. So things are still supposed to be easy. Let's see how it's gonna be against... honestly, I don't know which boss is gonna be a problem for this build. Maybe Eldritch, because he's resistant to magic. Osiris definitely will be a problem. He's resistant to magic, 50%, and he's also resistant to slash. I can parry Pontiff, so it doesn't matter his resistances. Because, as I said, during critical attacks, you ignore enemies' defenses. So that's why you deal so much damage, on top of actually just dealing more damage too. So that's why people say that it's not a good idea to use weapons with split damage, because it's going through 2 resistances instead of just 1. But when it comes to critical hits, it's not going through any resistance. So yeah, you can you can deal way more damage with a split damage weapon, because they usually have higher AR in total than normal weapons, like pure physical weapons. It depends. Always switch to your highest source of damage, but if you have the dagger, your highest source of damage will be your dagger. Combining the dagger with Hornet Ring, and you're gonna be dealing way more damage than you could with a great sword. I'm being summoned to a full party. Holy shit. And they have Brazilian names. They don't have a lot of ping. At least the host, I think he's Brazilian. Okay, there's a bit of chaos happening here. We have 2 enemies? You know what? I'm gonna let them kill themselves. This is probably the best idea. Okay, one of them is dead. Where's the other one? Where is the other invader? Oh my god. You're not nice. Where's my backstab game? This weapon is so powerful. Yeah, he has the cat ring. I can follow him. Host, come back with me. Don't go there, you stupid! Yes. The only place... Yeah, it's here. The only place they could come back, it's here. Okay, just to add salt to the wound. Fuck you. Just to be toxic. I can feel that I'm gonna get hate mail. I can feel some very bad comments coming towards my account. Oh my god. I need to bring those skeletons to the demon. I'm sorry, skeleton. I hit you instead of the demon. Alright. Okay, this is still fine. Let him focus on the skeletons. Okay, explain to me, how did I miss him? Okay, he's dead. Let's get out of here. Before the skeletons do the same to me. Also, how was that guy, that last host, get invaded by a watchdog of Pharaoh in the fucking Cathedral of the Deep? Watchdogs of Pharaoh can only invade people in the Pharaoh Woods. So how is that possible? Do you think I'm gonna get summoned as a watchdog of Pharaoh if I do this? No, this is not how you work. That work. Those covenants where you need to wait to be summoned, like these two. If you use the eye, you're gonna invade as a regular phantom, not as a member of that covenant. You can't force a Watchdog of Pharaoh invasion. You can't force a Aldrich Faithful invasion. So you just need to wait and wait and wait until someone decides to summon you. I mean, until the game decides that you're worthy enough of having fun once every 8 hours. Also, that last invasion was probably my first time in the last 2 years where I got summoned as a Blow Sentinel. Just so you know how rare it is to get a Blue Sentinel invasion. Okay, I'm gonna remove this just so it doesn't interrupt my fights. Yeah, I wish I could play more as a Blade of the Dark Moon, but it's so rare. I really like that Covenant. I really like the items that has ties to that Covenant. But yeah, there's not a lot I can do since I can't force an invasion. Hello, Horus. Oh, good critical. Well, not critical. Counter hits. Oh, not an attack. Dude, this shield is not even good, and I don't deal a lot of damage through shields. And this is a shuttle. Are you telling me that I'm supposed to be dealing more damage through shields with a shuttle? So why is this not happening? Just like the average player, he just knows how to spam R1. Okay, I can see how people maybe didn't like you during that time. Because this is definitely not nice. When you get to a fight club, you could at least wait for your turn to fight. Oh, I'm almost reaching 300 damage with the Lloyd Sword Ring active. Yeah, a lot of people don't understand that too. It's a very common occurrence. I know I got hit, but it was worth it. Well, let's wait. And while I wait, let's equip these. I really don't think I'm gonna get another invasion today. This is usually the time that I start to see a huge decrease in the, activity. Very amazing gameplay, so interesting and captivating. They finally died, holy shit. Apparently the arrows don't deal a lot of damage. And yeah, it really doesn't deal a lot of damage. I need to be careful this time to not lose my souls here again. Like my last run. I think I'm gonna summon this guy as a bodyguard. He might be useful sometimes. Also, you know that you don't have to run straight to the boss fights when you summon an NPC, right? You can just go complete the area with help if you want. Because NPCs, they just follow you and attack whatever hostile enemy they find on their path. So it's... Oh! Look at this lucky drop! A Chaos Gem! Would be pretty cool if I'm doing a Pyro. But no, I'm not doing one. I could do a Pyro one day. I like pyromancies. Why is this fire attack a one-shot, dude? I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be a glitch. Like, I clearly took way more than one hit at the same time. I was like shaking because of that. I definitely took like 5 hits in half a second. Because this is definitely not supposed to deal so much damage. There's definitely something wrong with that move. So when I notice them doing that, don't try to dodge. Avoid at all costs. Yeah, like that. That move is somehow a one-shot. Yeah, you can say that about so many things in this game. From Software games can be very glitchy. Now you're spamming the one-shot move. I'm not dealing a lot of damage against those guys. Look at how long is it taking for me to kill one enemy. How many backstabs I needed to kill that guy. It would be funny if I could do like if I did a challenge like I have to do a pyromancer, but I can't use fire damage because technically that's possible, and it's not even that hard, but it could pose some challenges during the run. Dude, my damage is so bad with this sword. Hopefully I'm gonna destroy Lorian, because he's weak to magic. Oh, stun lock then. Great. Good to know. I almost died because that fire breath just stun locks me. First, you're the guy that was supposed to be here. Oh, hello. Oh, hello, cutie. Welcome back. How you doing? Oh, that's great. Good to know. I'm doing fine, except for the butt pain from sitting for too long. But it's fine, I'm gonna survive that. Also, Zurich is definitely gonna die soon. I don't know if he has access to Estus Flask. Maybe he doesn't. I kinda want Zurich to die. But this guy is too powerful. Yeah, he's not gonna die. Can I make you die to the fire slugs here? Maybe I can. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, he's taking damage from the fire slugs. Yeah, he died. Now please let me get out of here. Thank you. So that means that you're not gonna be lagging anymore? I remember that there's a lot of people that watch me that complains a lot about their internet not being good enough to watch me without a lot of lag. Hopefully, it won't be a problem for you anymore. I know how frustrating that is.
Ashen.
Just what?
I can only level up my shield, right? Yeah.
Pretty like that.
Let's get some levels.
Very then heavy.
For the dexterity, that's the maximum I'm gonna go for now. So the rest goes into intelligence. That doesn't even change my damage. This is so sad. You know what? I'm gonna hold on intelligence for now. I wanna get more tanky. I want to be able to survive. I need Titanite scales. And I know where to get them. So let's go back to I guess here. Alrighty. Where do I need to jump down? I guess here. I'm probably gonna take a lot of damage, but it's fine. No, it's not. Oh, it's not here. I guess it's here. So, I vaguely remember this place because I rarely come here. Because, you know, I don't have a lot of reasons to come here. But I'm almost sure that there is a chest somewhere here with a couple of Titanite scales. Well, I guess it's not here. Yeah, it's not here. And I also vaguely remember that... Oh, rats! That there's basilisks down here. Where's the other rats? Nothing of useful here. Large Titanite shards. I know there's another wall here, but this is for the isolate staff. And I don't need that staff. Titanite scale. So it wasn't a chest then. It wasn't on a chest. Yeah, I think I can go back. I have two. I think I need two more for the next level.
Not yet, what?
And the last one is 8.
Right like that.
Can I sell enough things to level up? I probably have enough stuff to sell.
Ashen Point. Welcome. Very then hate. Farewell, Ashen Mummy.
Alright. Who's the next boss on my list? I guess I just need to finish the bosses of Karthus. So let's go do the Demon King first. He's the easiest one. Well, I guess both of them are easy. Super easy. You know, it's either It's either Demon King, which is really easy, or Vonir, which is really easy too.
Now, surrender yourself to my coming.
Well, unfortunately, we don't have Moog in this game. How's my damage against this guy? You're just gonna spam. Alright. How did I got hits? They look nothing alike. Moog actually looks cool. This guy is just ridiculous. I hate this attack. If you're too close, you're guaranteed to take a hit. And the hitbox on this attack is also pretty stupid too. You can have 2 rings of fire at the same time. Dude, what's a time wasted? This guy is really good at stalling for time. Doing this again. Oh, he's gonna explode now. See? Pretty easy. I think the Ash of War on this weapon deals good poise damage, so maybe I'm gonna be breaking Vonir's rings pretty easily. So it's probably gonna be even more easier than Demon King. Am I being invaded? Or am I invading someone? I'm being invaded. Normally I would fight, but you know what? I don't really care for that anymore. I already know that this weapon sucks. So I'm just gonna run to the boss. Mushy mushy, what a fucking weeb. What a fucking weeb. I'm pretty sure they are using a katana. Don't worry, it's not a problem. Also, the ping is so fucking low, I could actually fight this guy. Can't say the same about the Blue Sentinel. 600 milliseconds. Alright, where's the invader? Don't even know where is the blue. The blue is taking damage from something. Okay, I'm gonna give me something. To make this a little more fun. See, another blow there. And he's taking a lot of damage. They probably don't have a lot of HP. They're gonna die there. The invader is up. Okay, the invader is dead. What a disappointment. I was expecting more. Also, I want to check my Steam profile to see if someone left a comment. Unfortunately, they didn't. That's sad. Big sad. Okay, how many weapon arts I need to break the ring? 1, 2, 3. Pretty efficient. 1, 2, 3. Now you're gonna run, right? Yeah, he can do like 1 attack. 1, 2. I'm too close. 3. Okay, I missed. You're supposed to run 2 times, cutie. But I guess you're never gonna run again. Yeah, I was right. This weapon is good for breaking the rings. You don't need a lot of uses of the Edge of War, the weapon art, because if you're too close, they hit 2 times. Okay, online activity will get so much worse now because we are going to the Gang City. Okay, I should definitely grab this bonfire. Hopefully I won't get invaded. And I'm getting invaded. Oh! I thought that was a stagger! Oh! Let me kill you, dude. Alright. Dead. I don't know where the invader is. He's not gonna let me get the bonfire, right? Yeah, what an asshole. Yeah, this guy is such a noob. Yeah, you deserve that. Okay, you also deserve that. I hate PvP. It's hard to hate PvP when you know how to fight. At least I can defend myself. Yeah, what a noob, right? That guy was so fucking bad. Honestly, I prefer PvP so much more than fighting NPCs. At least humans can make mistakes, and the average player usually makes a lot of mistakes. But I can't say the same about the AI on NPCs in From Software games. Yeah, that's too slow. What a cool combo. Want to do it again? Okay, I guess you're getting backstabbed. Again, I'm dealing double digits as damage. At least on my R1s. Yeah, that's not fast enough. I also can't drink my blue. Dude, you're gonna regret this. Okay, now give me my blue. What a long fight! This is what happens when your sword doesn't deal damage.
Thank you for your kind assistance.
I was hitting this guy a lot, but since I'm dealing double digits as damage, it's still taking too long to kill them. Like, if I were dealing a normal amount of damage per hit, you know that I would have killed this guy so much quicker. But no, it took me like 2 minutes of just smashing this guy with my sword without taking breaks. I just need to level up now, right?
Farewell, Ashen Mummy. Well, very then hey.
I don't remember the stats I had plans for this build. Okay, I guess I can stop at 25 here, so let's get stamina.
Farewell, Ashley.
Ashen.
I really want to turn off PvP online activity for this area, because it's just gonna make this last for so much longer. But yeah, let's continue. As long as the invader isn't cheating or being super toxic, I can deal with them. Why are you coming already? Isn't this too early for you to come? I could have easily parried that, but the projectile was messing with my... Yeah, you see? It's pretty annoying. Dude, I'm right in your face. Why are you using that? Curie, Londor is another place. This isn't Londor. This is Anor Londo. Londor is the land of the Hollows, and it doesn't even appear in this game. It's like outside of Lothric. Yeah, I shouldn't have stayed for that item. It's just Londo, Anor Londo. It's not even English, so you know that the letters aren't inconsistent. I'm gonna kill you for no particular reason. Just because it's easy. I messed up my pullouts, as I always do. I'm really bad at pulling out. Impressive how I'm still not getting invaded. It's probably because I killed that invader. When you kill an invader, you get an invisible timer of 15 minutes, and during those 15 minutes you cannot get invaded again. Unless you use the dried finger, or you try to summon a phantom. Those things can reset your timer. But I guess also quitting out like I did. So maybe I'm already resetting the timer. Oh, the area is not loading. There was assets missing. Yeah, what a dumbass. I probably can make it to the next bonfire without getting invaded. I'm pretty sure. I hope so. I don't have... Oh, I have the cat ring, but I'm not gonna use it now because I don't need it. Oh my god, that's a lot of fall damage. Okay, there's something wrong with my running R1. Looks like I stop running when I do it because I lose a lot of range when I do that. More stuff to sell later. And just in time. Also, I'm starting to feel the damage getting worse with my progression. Because now fights start taking so long. And I have 40 dexterity. Imagine not being able to one-shot those guys.